Well, hello and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studio. It's 6 o'clock and it's Tuesday night. That means you're probably in the kitchen cooking, but I'm here to entertain you and give you some ideas on what you can be doing in your craft room. So, hopefully, as soon as you finish up supper, you're going to shoot to that craft room and have some fun. But there's something I want to talk to you about. Do you know that you've been letting me get by with making naked cards? Naked cards! I can't believe it. For the last 10 years, I've been saying no naked cards. Yet, I've been getting by with making naked cards. So, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it tonight. And I'm going to do that by showing you some suggestions on how to fix the inside of all of these naked cards that we got. Now, I know once in a while we say, hey, I'll put a sentiment on the inside of it just before I send it. But, ladies, come on. You can do more than just put a sentiment on the inside, you know? So let's take a look at what I've got on my craft table, and then we're going to start doing some decorating on the inside of some of these cards. Come on, let's see what's on the craft table. Okay, so the first thing I did was I went back and looked at these gorgeous cards that I made, and they all had these beautiful beach scenes on the outside of them. And the inside, well, I'm going to just tell you, they're blank. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to let that happen anymore. So starting right now, we're going to start fixing it. So there's really no reason for it because despite the fact that I used a lot of material, I have all of this material left over from making these cards. So it's time that I do something about the inside. So let's see what we've got. All right, so this card is obviously very pretty. It says, I love the sea and the sea loves me. That's my famous little turtle. And, you know, that's kind of the way turtles are. They like the sea and the sea loves them. Oh, look at there. Well, that definitely has to go on the inside of that card. We can't just take something as beautiful as this and just kind of, leave it there. So, first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of hoopla, pretty stuff, to the inside. So here we go. I don't want to make it go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a border there. Now I don't want to put so much on the inside of this card that it loses its ability to have a place for me to write. So I'm going to be sharp about what I put on the inside. And I'm going to be looking at what I have that will go nicely with the outside of the card as well. So, look, I've got another turtle. He needs to go on the inside of this card. Let's put him right here. We don't always need to put a sentiment on the inside, ladies. We can come back and put that sentiment just before we send it. Or if you're like me, I like to write notes on the inside of it. So, let's start off by putting me a turtle down on the inside of that one. Now, we all know that the sea loves the turtle. So there you go. Inside of that card is complete. Now, this one says under the sea, and it has a lot of pretty seashells on it. So let's add another pretty seashell to the inside of it. Do you see how easy this is, ladies? It doesn't take rocket science to get something beautiful to the inside of your cards. So these are going to be super simple, and we're still going to have lots of room to do our writing on them. All right, so this one says, let the sea get you free. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is really pretty. And you know what? I've just been dying to use this gorgeous seahorse. So I'm going to use him there. And because it says, let the sea get you free, I'm also going to use the sentiment on the inside of it that says, you are special. The only thing I know is that this sentiment's a little big for the inside of my card, so I'm going to trim it down some. So I'm just pulling out my trimmer, down too low. You can't see what I'm doing. Just going to pull out my trimmer and make some cuts on it, because I do think it's just too big for what I'm trying to do on the inside of a card. Now, if I were going to be putting this on the outside of the card, yeah, it would probably be perfect. But since I'm doing it on the inside, I do think that it needs to have a little bit of something special to it. So let's see. So, did that come out crooked? It's possible. You know me, I can do anything crooked. It did. So I think what I'm going to do is make it even more special by coming back in here and doing some special trimming with it. So I'm going to grab out my scissors and I'm just going to do some rounding in, a little bit of coming up, a little bit of coming down. You know, we just kind of like to go around these words a little bit. And that's going to make my sentiment even more special. Not to mention, it's going to make it use less room. And who knows, I'm probably going to like it even better than I would have trimming it with a trimmer. Snip that little corner right there. Okay, so I like that. So let's come back and let's put this down. See, ladies, I am going to put a sentiment on the inside of some of them. But since these cards were so easy to make, you can see that they're even super easier to embellish. Love, love, love my little seahorse here. Which I'm a seahorse fanatic anyway. There we go. My two favorite things in the sea. Seahorses and turtles. So there you go. Inside of that one's done. Oh, now this one says thank you, and it has leisure time on it. It also has an anchor on it. So this one's a little bit different from some of the others. So let's add something a little bit different to the inside of it. Let's see what I've got in. Oh, I've got an anchor. Well, that just done that one. That just made this one completely complete. I'm going to come back and put an anchor on the inside of it. How gorgeous and how easy was that? Didn't even see that one coming. It slipped up from the back side. All right, now don't let your supper burn, because I know how easy it would be to let that happen while you're watching me play with this card. So I'm also going to do something else with this card. I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab my rags here, and I'm going to spread them across my desk so I don't mess up anything. And I'm going to spray the inside of this card. Now, I don't want to get this side of the card, so I am going to come back and I'm going to lay something right here. And I'm going to be spraying it with blue. See how easy it is when you want to do something right? And I'm spraying it with the Tone on Tone blue. I love these Tone on Tones. They are just awesome. The Tone on Tone silver and purple is to die for. But I know you girls, you just love purple anyway. So I'm going to come back. There we go. Just a little bit of color because I wanted it to be blue. I wanted that anchor to be down. Look, didn't even mess up the other side of my card. But I do need to let this dry. And once it dries, I can write all over it with no issue. So let's lay that one up there. Let it dry. Okay, this one says you are amazing. And it has this cute little fish on the outside of it. So I think I'm going to come back with this one and do a little more than just add some embellishments. I'm going to come back. I'm going to add what looks like sand here. And it's going to give me a little less room to write. But it's also going to give me a more decorative inside. There we go. We'll put this down there. And I'm going to layer me a couple of seashells here. And I will have this one ready to go. Whoop, got to put some adhesive on this. If you don't have a precision glue gun, or glue press, I guess I should say, you need to get online. Because we've got them in stock. And these are things that don't stay in stock long. So, you need to jump on and you need to get you one. There you go. And see, now I've got this whole side over here that I can still do some writing on. I got all of this. I can do my writing. But this dresses up the inside of that one a little bit more. All right, this one says happy birthday. Woohoo! So I can't think of anybody. Oh, we got even got the whale in the inside of the jar. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the whale on this side. Just, you know what? This one would be pretty if I sprayed it too. Oh, no. Get out the spray. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to spray this one too. What can I say? Shh. Shake it up, baby. Woohoo! Here we go. We're going to add a little bit of color to it. Alright, got that one on good and heavy. But I still want to put my whale on it. Where'd my whale go? Oh, he's going to be so pretty on this. Oh my goodness, he's going to be just so pretty. So I'm going to put him down. Now, because my card is wet, when I put my whale down, I'm just going to push him down. When the card dries, the whale will dry in place. Love it. We'll look at that one a little later on. Okay, so how about that, girls? We got all of those done. And there were no naked cards, and we could have done those as we were making the cards. Of course, you let me get by without doing it. So I have that lazy streak in me, probably like so many other people. I just kind of skimmed over it. What can I say? Okay, so let's go back and let's do some other sentiments as well. All right, so we've got all of these beautiful cards that we made when we were doing the, we got all these cards that we were making when we were doing, oops, that one's not one of them. We were making these cards when we did the, oh, my mind just went blank. When we did the Weekender. And guess what? Yep, you got it. Every one of them are empty. What can I say? This one says, hello, sunshine. It doesn't even have a card on the inside of it. So all of these need to be worked. I mean, look, all the work that went into this one, this even turned, and yet the card inside of the card is completely blank. So, and see, that's that spray on it. See all that shine on that spray? That's the way the others are going to look when we take a look at them with their, after I sprayed them. So, let's decide what we're going to do to these. This one says, hello, sunshine. So, let's come back and see what we've got in the form of stamps that will let us lead right on into the inside of this. It says, let's make this year unforgettable. I like that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make this year unforgettable. So, let me grab my block here. And I think that I'm going to use a blue for this one. I think I'll use the Dusty Blue. This is from Altenew. And I'm going to come in here. And I think I'm going to do my Cindy trick here. You know, where we stamp off. Oh, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. We're going to make this year unforgettable. Now, we could come in and we could do a few other things for this. I could, you know, come back in here and put some sun rays on it. I could put some flowers on it. There's all kinds of things that I could do to this. But for quick sake, that's what we're going to leave that card at. Let's put it back over here. And then we've got another one here. Like I said, didn't even put the inside paper on it. So let's come around here. Let's grab our kit and let's see what we've got that we can do with it. So the outside says, hello, sunshine. Oh yeah, we can use these. These are some of the rub-ons that we got. So if you've got your kit, then you've got these rub-ons that you can put on the inside. Savor the moments. All the best. I like that. I like all the best. Cheers to days ahead. That's the one I'm going to use. So like I said, if you didn't get the Weekender, then you definitely need to be watching Pelletier Craft Studio next year, because you're going to want to do the Weekender with us. We had the best time. I have just got to tell you, it was totally awesome. And we will do the Weekender again next year, and we'll do it with Spellbinder. So I'm going to put that here. And you know, I've actually got some of this vellum left, And this one right here was one of my favorites. So I'm going to snip it out. And we are going to put this down, but we're going to put our sentiment down with it. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so the inside of this card didn't have a card, so let's grab us one. Here we go. And we'll pull this up. And these were like super duper simple to put down. And we're going to just come right up here to the top and lay it down where we want it to be. I am holding it in place with my fingers. And then I like to use my bone folder. I know they gave us that little wooden thing to use, but I'm a bone folder kind of girl. You know that. What can I say? I like a good bone folder. Lets me put everything down that I want to put it down. And it gives me that golden opportunity to work around it. These are so great. I know there were years ago when we did transfers. Transfers were just like a pain in the butt. You would do them and half the time they wouldn't work, and the other half the time the paper would tear. These, I'm having zero problems with them. Actually loving them. Loving them so much so that we've brought a few of them on the inside of our store. So if you haven't been watching our behind the scenes, girl, then you might have missed the fact that we have brought in some of our some more of these awesome transfers. I missed the D, which don't surprise me because it was kind of there on the corner. So I want to just give this thing one more good once over. Make sure I get it all. You can hear me rubbing it. I'm rubbing it. Alright, so notice how I'm pulling it up very easy because I want to make sure that I have all of it pulled off. Not seeing any of it yet. Looks good, looks good. There we go. Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to put this down in the bottom corner. And you know, I have learned that with my adhesive here, if I put a little bit in the corner where it's the most dense, this will stick straight down. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And we have done the inside of yet another card. And notice we've used something a little bit different. We came in here and we used our transfers. So that's a little bit different from what we've been doing. Love it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It makes for the inside of this card to look extra special. Kind of like the outside of it is. Alright, so let's see. What other card have we got over here? Oh my gosh. So this one really needs to be saying to all of those girls who took my class this month, Elaine, you blew it, honey. You didn't come back and you didn't put a sentiment on the inside of the card I made for card class. Isn't that just totally gorgeous? Alright, so let's come back. We got to finish this card. I just cannot allow these girls, they give me a fit. I can't believe that they weren't just all over my stuff and just fussing at me to beat the band. But nobody said a word about my naked cards. So we're not going to have that anymore. So I'm going to come in and I'm only going to do a little bit of an edging on this. This is another thing that you can do to the inside of your cards. Now, if this had been a stamp, I probably would have come in here and stamped on it. But as it was, this was a pre-printed flower. And we all learned how to do our altenews in this flower design. And as you can see, it has really come out beautiful. The girls actually have 24 flowers that they can color with their altenue pieces. excuse me, not Altenew, with the OLOs. We did the alcohol markers, and oh my gosh, we did some beautiful skin tones. And of course, we had all of these flowers that they could color with the OLO. It was just gorgeous. If you haven't done OLOs before, I do have some OLO things that I can teach you. Just jump on and send me a message and say, Elaine, I want to learn more about those OLOs, okay? We'll help you out with that. So I'm not going to leave the inside of it totally blank. I'm just going to come in and do some real light coloring here. I've almost taken all of the ink off of my brush, but you can see how we've got a little bit of color still coming through. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's find us a card to a sentiment to go on this one. Wishing you a day of calm. Oh my gosh, I would love to have about 100 of those. What about you, ladies? I am getting all of these from Escape the Ordinary. This was one of the fantastic dies that we got. Or excuse me, fantastic stamp sets that we got with our Spellbinder weekend. But you're going to be happy to know that I am getting these into the craft room, and they'll be in before too long. If you want to know when they're going to be in, just drop me an email and I'll make sure that you find out when these come in. So we're going to come back, and again I'm going to do my Cindy trick and test it to see if this is going to be dark enough. Oh yes, that's perfect. And I'll come back and wish you a day of calm. Isn't that pretty? And because I've got this done, I'm going to come back. We'll open up the inside of that card. I'm going to also put in a border on this one, just like I did on the outside. And let's get this done. This always makes the inside of your card just as special as the outside of that card is, okay? So we'll put that down. And then we'll come back and we'll put this one down. All right. So all of the things that I've been showing you today are either in our craft room or they're coming in shortly. So don't hesitate to jump online and take a look at them. You can shop with us at PelletierCraftStudio.com/shop. Look at that. Now that made for a really pretty card. All right, so some of the other cards that I did during the weekender. This one, oh my gosh, these things are so cute. I just love the way they are, but you're not going to believe this. The inside of these gorgeous things are naked. What can I say? What can I say? So I've got this new die set that's on the inside of our craft room, and I love it. It's just got all kinds of gorgeous stuff on the inside of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on and I'm going to do a few die cuts, and I'm going to put these die cuts on the inside of my cards. Now, I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to put on the inside of them, what color I wanted it to be. So I have decided that for easy's sake, I'm just going to go with black. All right. And there's nothing I love any more than my Scout. So I'll put my Scout there. And I think this one says Escape the Ordinary. I think I'm going to use Bon Voyage there. And again, like I said, this die set is just the best. I love it. Oh, it wants to give me a hard time coming up once again. What can I say? So we're going to make this even easier because there is just no way that I want to sit here and worry about peeling this off. So I am going to grab me a sticky sheet, And we're going to put it on the back of this card. Because that way I can get this Bon Voyage off super, super easy. So let's cut it down to the size that I need it. Don't need a big piece. Just need a small one. We'll pull this off here. I also like to use the mini dots. Much to my sorrow, I'm out of them. But that's okay. We'll be ordering them. And for those of you that don't know, Cindy and I are leaving to go to Las Vegas. And when we get to Las Vegas, we are going to be buying for the store. And we're going to be buying things for Christmas. So if you want to see some of the stuff that we're doing, you need to tune in next week, because Cindy's going to be doing some really cute stuff as we're there. Alright, so since we're doing Bon Voyage on one, let's do Ahoy on the other one. And we can run this through our dies, and I love what's going to happen. You are too, because it's going to be so much easier to do than it would be if I were having to do it with my, you know, that crazy stuff that we don't always use. I have a tendency to forget to use this sometime. Huh? I didn't get it all the way through on that one. Well, I got it all the way through the die, but I didn't get all of it on the sticky stuff. But that's okay, I got enough. We can make it work still. So on this one it says, you'd love this. So let's put Ahoy on that one. Alright. I love it. That machine is just so awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, so there you go. We got our Y. And we're not going to even try to get this straight. We're going to enjoy it in its crooked state. You know me, I love crooked. Good thing, that's about all I can do these days. Okay. So there's my H. Ah, don't like where that one hit. Let's grab these and pull it up before it gets so tight I can't. Assuming it's not already there. Ah, no, we got this. Okay. So there we go. We'll fix that. And then we're going to use this A. This A is so awesome. Oh, look at that. It just comes right up. I just love that little scout. It's so precious. So I'm going to put that A right there. Okay, so I think there's something else I want to put on this one. Just because it keeps crossing my mind, I'm going to put on, it says you will love this. And on the outside, so I'm going to put, oh, where's the one I want? Travel far enough to meet yourself. I want to put that on the inside of it. Cute, cute, cute. Alright, so let's see, what color do I want to use? Ooh, let's go back to our dusty black. And we'll put it down right here. Let's grab my spare piece of paper. Oh no, let's use the desert night. Ooh, that's a pretty color. And we haven't used that one yet. Alright, let's make sure. Oh, we got it, we got it. I'm going to put it right underneath this. Woohoo! Now I got room enough to put me a picture in there. But you know what? I think this would be really pretty if I came back, put a little bit of color on it. Don't you think it needs a little color? Oh, look, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Got to remember now, this is our shipping. We got a ship on the front of this. Not just any kind of ship. It's a cruise ship. This is what you'd send to your friends if you're cruising. So as you can see, ladies, it doesn't take a lot of work to do these cards on the outside. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. There we go. So there you go. There's the outside. And there is the inside. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so we want to finish up this one, but we don't want to make a mess, right? So let's get up our coloring here. Do I have the back of our card looking all funky? Let's pull all of that over to the side. We're going to open this up, and this is the one that we're going to use the Bon Voyage on. And I didn't see how I missed part of it? So we may have to drop a little bit of adhesive on this, but that's quite all right. We have our precision glue press, so we can do it. It won't be hard. This is the last card we're going to do the inside of. And I'm expecting you ladies to keep me on track. Don't let me do this anymore. We've just got to use... We got to keep up our thing. No naked cards, remember? No naked cards. By the way, I do have a hard time seeing all of you wonderful people that are following along with me when we're doing this. I don't have anyone that can watch my words. Don't have anybody that can watch my comments for me. And I have learned the hard way that you watch comments and you watch what you got going on, and the next thing you know, where did my end go? I don't even remember seeing it. No. Where did my end go? Okay, we're going to have to find that. That's important. That will be important. So, well, Lord, I have gone back and lost my O2. There's my end. Woohoo! Let's get that off. Where the heck my O go? Now, I saw that. I had that in my hand. Alright, we'll keep looking. These things have a tendency to come up when you least expect it. Alright. B-O-N. We'll put that O in there just as soon as we get our hands on it. But we want to put this voyage on here before I up and lose it. In fact, I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to use this O for my first one, and then that way when I find it, it'll be easier to place. There we go. And here is my Y. Y'all keep an eye out now, because you know it's gonna pop up. We got to see it when it does. I love this die set. Oh my gosh. The only thing I love more than this die set is the fact that my Scout does such a great job of cutting these things for me. What can I say? What can I say? I love my Scout. We gotta find that O. So we'll have this thing looking right. Alright, let's look for it just for a minute. There it is. I told you it would come up. They always do. Only usually it's after the video, not during it. What can I say? Alright, so here we go. Bon Voyage. Oh, my E slid. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So there's my ship that says Escape to the Ordinary. And then on the inside of it, it says Bon Voyage. Okay, ladies, so let's take a look at what we have done today, because we've done a lot. We've done all of the inside of so many of our cards. Now, I don't have to tell you, I got lots more to go. But that's okay, because we're going to get them one at a time, right? So here's some of them. This one I love. It spins on the outside. What can I say? This one is just dynamite. This one, oh, look at the glitter and the shine on this thing. Oh, I just love the way it shines. And did I put that thing on? I did. I put my baby on upside down. Urgh. Oh, he don't want to come up pretty. We're gonna have to work on him. Maybe he's doing somersaults. Who knows? And here is one of the other ones that we did. Let's see. I did a whole slew of them. Where'd they go? Oh, I probably got stuff laid on top of them. So I don't see it. But I do want to make mention to you about something else. So we got a big sale that's going to be going on. And this one has some awesome, it's a die and it's a stamp set that comes together. It's perfect for birthdays when you want to add a little humor. Like it says something like, a year older, achievement unlocked. The first years of childhood are always the hardest. Love that one. Remember, age is merely a number. The world has been enjoying you. Happy birthday. And then it says, you know you're getting older when the candles cost more than the cake. Haha, like that one. Another candle just means a brighter cake. And it says, you're not old, you're just a classic, like a vintage car or a well-aged cheese. These are on sale. It comes with the dies that go with the numbers. It also comes with the die that goes with the happy birthday. One of my favorites when I'm making birthday cards. So you're going to want to check out that. It's probably going on sale. I think it's Thursday. So you're going to want to do that right away. Between now and then, I hope that you're having a dynamite day. And we look forward to seeing you and the inside of your cards in the very near future. Have a great day. Bye.